for Mining Clips. I'm Mike Niehuser, founder of Beacon Rock Research, and with me is Tim Termuende, President and CEO of Eagle Plains. That's EPL and the Toronto Venture Exchange. Tim, thanks for talking with me.
Thanks, Mike. Good to see you again.
Well, this is a follow-up from an earlier interview. So for prior updates, prior videos, please take a look at the website. But Tim, this has been a tough year. Tell me how you weathering the storm.
Well, actually, Eagle Plains has been pretty well insulated from the doom and gloom out there, and it's part of our business model we've sort of built up over the years. We generally try to do research and acquisitions of projects ourselves and then bring in other people to help share the risk of advancing these projects. So last year or two, when things were pretty bubbly in the markets, we actually managed to attract, I think, 24 partners to 24 joint venture deals with Eagle Plains. And over the last couple of years, these projects have been moving along. We've been doing quite a bit of drilling. We did 9 drill programs last year, but I'd say 80 to 90% of all the work we've done has been done with other companies' money, mainly their risk, and we've been able to basically stay insulated from the economic shortfalls that have been in the rest of the market. Our treasury is as strong as ever right now, and we've still got, I think, 14 joint ventures in place right now that are active, so we expect another busy year next year, despite what a lot of companies out here are going through right now.
So how much cash do you have in the treasury?
We have $8 million in cash and short-term investments, which includes shares in other companies that have come along with these option deals that we've done with them.
Well, tell me, I would guess that a market like this would actually be pretty good for a project generator that's sticking to its knitting, where you keep the staff low, you keep lean and mean, and you just look for opportunities when they get cheap. Is that right?
Absolutely. I mean, we're in a business where contrarians generally rule the day. I mean, it's a tough thing, but that's been our success over the years, is when things were at their worst in the early 90s and late 90s. That's when we were the most active acquiring projects, and we expect that to happen this round too. I mean, it's tough on other companies. I know a lot of companies are getting down to fumes with their funds right now and are having a hard time holding on to projects, and tough as it is for some people, that creates opportunities for others, and that's how markets work, and we're part of that cycle.
Well, speaking of opportunities, I saw the word Saskatchewan used. I know that Eagle Plains is in North Yukon, and you've got some great projects in BC that have got some news in the last year, but tell me about Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it's interesting. Saskatchewan just recently, mid-December, came on to a map staking type process where you no longer have to go in the bush and cut down trees and flag lines and hire airplanes to go out in the bush. It's like BC did about 6 or 7 years ago. You can now stake online with a computer, credit card, and your claims have the same validity as if you're on the ground doing it. So it's kind of a quantum shift to that type of staking, and a lot of jurisdictions are slowly coming around to doing that. We've been quite familiar with the BC process over the years, and realized that in my mind, some will dispute it, but in my mind it's a much more efficient way to carry out exploration and development in any jurisdiction. Basically, it costs a lot less to do the initial staking, and the money that's left over, theoretically, companies put into the ground to do actual exploration. So the long and short of it is, it costs a lot less to acquire a lot of projects and a lot of ground, and we did a lot of research leading up to the opening day, the opening minute. We were pushing the button 1 second after 9 o'clock to start these claims when the opportunity came along. So
I was going to ask, you mentioned doing research. I mean, I think highly of your knowledge of the Yukon and BC, but Saskatchewan, is it the same kind of geology, or are you learning anything new?
Well, we had a couple of people actually do that for us that are quite familiar with Saskatchewan geology. I myself wasn't that involved in it, in picking the projects or picking the targets, but when we had a shopping list of projects we liked, a bunch of people went through and looked at them, and we sort of narrowed it down to a short list of projects that we wanted to acquire, and I think we staked 7 or 8 of them, and we were successful in acquiring every one of them we wanted. So we were sort of first in there and got what we wanted. So we're happy with that.
So what's your view on 2013?
It'll be challenging for certain for a number of companies and for a number of reasons, but I still think with the economic tribulations in the States and globally that I think gold has to go up here one of these days. I'm surprised it's as low as it is where it is now, but I think there's a big gold bull run coming, and we're sort of positioning for that right now. We're ready for it, and if it isn't this year and it's another year, well, we've got a very healthy treasury to ride this out as long as it takes. So,
Well, just keep chipping along, but for investors interested in Eagle Plains, what should they be looking for in terms of news flow?
We did 9 drill programs this year. We've announced results for half to 3/4 of them. There's still some results coming. We still have a number of drill jobs planned for next summer, so we expect to have 4 or 5 more drill programs coming with that. Generally, healthy projects or healthy treasury. We still have not finished doing research and acquisitions. We will be looking at other targets. We're also looking at other opportunities for larger scale projects that may present themselves as these times get tougher and tougher with the whole industry in general.
Well, is there anything we're missing?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to see. I guess as a geologist, you have to always ask that. I hope not, but it's possible. I mean, we are doing a lot of work in a lot of different areas. Who knows? I mean, that's a tough one.
Well, I hope you have a good year. Well, thank you very much for talking with me. Again, Tim Termuende, President and CEO of Eagle Plains Resources, that's EPL and the Toronto Venture Exchange. And I'm Mike Niehuser for Mining Clips.